Hi team, Anna here, makeup creator, teacher, and educator specifically for people with hooded eyes, oily and textured skin, as well as 30 plus skin. Welcome, welcome. Special welcome for my 2025 brides because today is all about bridal makeup. We're gonna do an in-depth bridal makeup tutorial. Not only have I done my own wedding makeup, I'm also have done makeup on several brides in my lifetime, and I have one gorgeous bride this August, which is why we're prepping for it. I'm gonna show you all of my tips and tricks, and I absolutely love bridal makeup. I think it's the most gorgeous, stunning, beautiful look that you can ever create. This is our inspo for today. It is a little bit more on the glam side and I absolutely adore it. So we're gonna start with skin prep because arguably skin prep is the most important step you can ever do for a bride. If you skip this step, you're gonna fail it. You're just gonna fail it. So as you can see, I'm already wearing under eye patches. These specifically are from REM Beauty, their Wicked collection. I think they're so cute, but obviously any eye patches will work. To be completely honest with you, I think they're all kind of the same. I never felt a special effect from an under eye mask. However, all of them are really nice and hydrating, obviously. So yeah, keep that in mind. And then another step that I do for skin prep, I use either one of the two masks that I'm going to show you. I feel like when I apply a face mask on my bride, afterwards the skin is just that much more hydrated, ready for makeup application, and just in general, makeup stays longer on a skin that is ready, prepped, and plump and glowy. So here are the two masks. Either the Clarins Cryo Flash Cream Mask. This baby is going to not only create the most gorgeous cooling effect on the person that you apply it to, it will also get rid of any puffiness and create a literal perfect canvas. The skin is going to be so soft, so glowy, so gorgeous. I love this guy. And then a second favorite of mine, which is the exact mask that I will use on my bride this year, is the Hydro Mask. Is it Line Smoothing? Yeah. Line Smoothing Hydro Mask by City Beauty. Not that my bride needs line smoothing mask. She's super young, but this is the most gorgeous, luxurious sheet mask you can ever find. Now, if I say that all of the under eye masks are pretty much the same, sheet masks are not. And this is the creme de la creme. I treasure these so much. I only have 5 more, which is why I'm not doing one today for this video, and I apologize. But trust me on this, these are the most luxurious, beautiful, gorgeous masks, and they're worth every penny. Totally recommend them before event, before wedding, anything special, think special occasion. This creates the most gorgeous finish, softens the skin, really smooths everything, and just hydrates it on another level. These are amazing. So yeah, one of the two masks I highly recommend. You can start on the brow makeup or something like that while the skincare is kind of sinking into the skin, or maybe some body glow. I did try the L'Occitane Glowy Shimmering Oil today. Now I'm not wearing anything particularly very open, but I do like a little bit of glow on the chest area. I think it's really nice, especially if the dress is kind of off the shoulder. That's actually the kind of dress that I wore. Hopefully I can find like a picture or something from my wedding. I mean, I can't, but hopefully I can find like a good picture of me and put it up here. Yeah, so I was wearing some glow as well. Now that we're done with our masks, let's apply some moisturizer. It's also very crucial, and you do not have to actually break the bank with this one. I honestly love affordable moisturizers like this one by Neutrogena or the e.l.f. moisturizer. Honestly, that one is like 11 bucks and it's amazing. These both have gel texture, and it's perfect if you have oily or textured skin like mine, because it will hydrate your skin without making it feel greasy or too moist. You know what I mean? Like when you don't need that extra hydration, but you still want a hydration layer between your skin and makeup. I've been using this one a bunch, and I love the e.l.f. one as well. So yeah, moisturizer is kind of where I'm like, you can save a couple of bucks, even if we're talking about bridal makeup. Oh, the skin just looks so good. And then of course, chances are the bride hasn't gotten enough sleep the night before. I know for a fact that I probably got like 3 hours of sleep because I was just too excited to walk down the aisle and marry the love of my life. So what I recommend is applying some kind of brightening, hydrating product under the eye if you have any extra darkness there. So I'm gonna go in with my favorite product, Tula Rose Glow and Get It Stick. And what I do is I just grab a tiny bit of this and then apply it right under my eye. It is going to look like kind of glowy and kind of brightening, but this creates the most gorgeous base for concealer, and it will prevent your concealer from creasing and just create such a nice hydrating layer under the eye. I honestly use this product every single day, but I especially recommend it on special occasions. I've quickly done my brows off camera, and let's do the last step of skin prep, which is of course going to be primers. Yes, that is plural, but only because I use this type of primer concoction on my type of skin. So I'm going to start with the glowy primer. This is by Vive, their Skin Nova Skin Perfecting Radiance Primer and Hydrator. And as much as I love this product, I do prefer to use it just on the outer portions of my face. It creates the most gorgeous, stunning glow. Like, it's the best primer in the whole entire world. If you're a bride or you are on the drier or more normal side in terms of your skin type, go ahead and use this all over your face. I unfortunately cannot afford to do that, so I'm gonna go with the Benefit Pore Blurring Primer through the center of my face like I always do. I like to blur out my most textured zones, which is going to be just like basically my T-zone. And so I always use two primers when we're talking about event makeup or bridal makeup. We need this makeup to stay on for the entire day and the entire night, and primer is absolutely crucial. And thinking about all of the skincare products that we applied, we literally just made sure that this makeup will not crease, will not move anywhere throughout the day and the night, and this is really the steps that are needed for that. Trust me when I tell you this base is going to look flawless because of what we have just done, not because the makeup products are exceptional, although they absolutely are. Like, I chose the best of the best of the best, but still skin prep is super important. Okay, this is the point of the video where we're gonna start to see a lot of Makeup by Mario products. I truly believe that as a professional makeup artist, he created these products in mind with the brides in mind, like literally thinking about bridal makeup and what they might need. So we're going to be using the Makeup by Mario Cereal Skin Foundation. This is in the shade 4.5, and I am going to apply a very light layer of this because trust me, we're going to be applying a ton of layers, so they all have to be really thin so that we don't end up looking cakey, so that we still look fresh and youthful and natural. Well, somewhat, probably not the glam on the eyes today, but the skin should look really nice and fresh and glowy. So I'm literally doing one pump on the entire side of the face. Just look at that finish. I know this foundation is quite glowy, but trust me when I say that this is one of the most long wear products out there, and especially when we set everything with powder, it's not going to look this glowy, and we are going to control the glow. Like, we are only going to be as glowy as we want to be by the end of this video. But I truly love the finish of this, and most of all, the longevity. It's a really good one. I love using this one on special occasions. Now we're going to apply concealer because not only do we have some darkness under the eyes still, I also do have some blemishes that were not invited for this video, but unfortunately it happened. So you could go with the Makeup by Mario concealer. I think I'm gonna be using that one on my bride this year, but I also wanted to showcase another favorite of mine, which is the Natasha Denona, of course, High Glam Concealer. My brightening shade is R2. So I'm gonna go in and just kind of show you the places I apply my concealer. So definitely under the eye, right through here where we have all of that blue undertones and discoloration, a little bit through here for the lift. I have a ton of redness near my nose area, so I'm going to apply a little bit through there, a little bit of a lift through here as well, and then any additional blemishes or anything like that. And I blend everything out with my sponge, so I'm just going to make sure there isn't any foundation excess here and go ahead and start tapping that in. The sponges by Refer, I really like their sponges. Look at that lift and kind of like brightening through here. I really love that effect. That is why I'm using light concealer. Like, that might be my sin. That might be something that I don't necessarily do super correctly according to professional makeup artists, but I love me a brightening concealer, and that's just my personal preference. So you do you. If you like your concealer the shade of your skin tone, please do that. I myself adore this effect. So I'm just gonna tap and blend everything out. I feel like I applied a little bit too much on the nose, but we'll deal with it. Yeah, no, that's fine. I absolutely love it. And then if you need a tiny bit more, if you have some darkness there, go with another tiny cheeky little layer. But the thing about the Natasha Denona concealer, it's claiming to be self-setting, but obviously I will set it with powder. I will do that with any concealer, but it's definitely non-creasing and so creamy and so lightweight. Like, there's not a lot of concealers that I love this much on the market. It's definitely my favorite and I absolutely love it. I would have worn it on my wedding day if that was out, but it wasn't yet, so I'm living vicariously through this bridal tutorial. That looks so good. let's get back to Makeup by Mario and add some color to our cheeks. I always recommend using both cream and powder products for your cheeks for that longevity. If you only use cream or only use powder, chances are your makeup is not going to stay as long. So I'm gonna go in with his Makeup by Mario stick in the shade light medium, because this is just a product that is so easy to use and you can never mess it up. I'm also going to apply some into my eye area, nose contour, forehead, over here. Like, you can apply as much as you want, and honestly you won't overdo it. That is why I love this product so much, and because the shade is just so correct. It's not too cool, it's not too warm, it's absolutely perfect. And look at how easy it is to blend out with a sponge or a brush. And then for blush, I did want to go with like a youthful, fresh, pinky look. So this is Makeup by Mario blush in the shade Perfect Pink. And we're gonna go above that contour and just press that on, kind of like diagonally for that lifting effect as well. It is such a stunning, stunning shade. Creates the most beautiful flushed look. Okay, now let's get to my flawless powder routine where it all kind of comes together, because we're gonna get rid of some of this glow, some of this greasiness, set this makeup in place, and this is the step that I want to say is the most crucial when it comes to setting any type of event makeup. And this is exactly the steps that I take. If you're not new here, you've probably seen me do this before. If you're new here, you're welcome. This routine is going to change your life. So we're going to start with the Pat McGrath Under Eye Blurring Powder. I'm using the shade Baby Pink, but there's a white shade and some other deeper shades as well. I like them all. And then I am going to use a makeup puff and grab a little bit on the makeup puff right through here. And this I'm only going to apply under my eye. I find it to be the most blurring, lightweight, gorgeous, and long wear under eye powder. Look at that finish. I am absolutely in love with this. So this is where I apply it, and I kind of set it there. And then for the rest of the face, I use loose setting powder, because being textured and oily, my skin really needs that extra layer of protection. I cannot just apply pressed powder with a brush and go on about my day. I need the powder to literally sink into the skin and get through all of the layers and set it in place. So the best powder that I can suggest for that is the Huda Beauty Loose Setting Powder. I'm also going to grab a pink shade Cherry Blossom Cake, because it's just brightening, and it's not necessarily going to look like super pink or make my makeup look pink. It's just a good brightening shade for me. So I'm gonna pick it up on the same puff and start setting the rest of the face by pressing the powder in. Now, if you're more on the normal or dry side, you could use a brush for this step. It probably will work for you. I just know that for myself, I need a puff. I need to press that in. Sometimes I even need to bake, but we probably are not going to do that today. But this is the finish. Look at that. Before, the glow is fine, but it's not what I'm going for. We're gonna add glow after. This is just so stunning. Absolutely gorgeous. This is going to make your makeup last for 24 hours. Not even kidding you, it's so good. A lot of people like this Huda Beauty powder under the eyes too, but I myself just find this one a little bit more lightweight, and I don't feel it under my eyes at all, and you can see the finish yourself. It's pretty flawless, or pretty close to being flawless. Now that we need to re-intensify some of these colors, I'm going to use my YSL bronzer in the second shade to kind of bring back that contour, and I'm literally applying it over where we applied the Makeup by Mario bronzer. This is going to create that sun-kissed look as well, and just prevent the makeup from going anywhere. Not only did I want to bring the blush back, I also wanted to add some natural looking glow that is not going to feel greasy or anything. So I went for my Hourglass palette, and they have these blushes in here, which I'm gonna mix the two, and I'm going to just kind of put it all over my cheek here, and you can see that natural beautiful glow. If your skin is on the oily side but you still want to achieve that natural looking radiant skin, Hourglass is the way to go, and that's why I kind of chose it for this look. It is truly so gorgeous. I also did go for this highlight over here to kind of add a little bit more of that luminosity all over my higher points of the cheeks. Look at that. I truly love this when my skin looks radiant and glowy, but on my terms, meaning that I reapply it after I powder it, and I know that my skin is set in place and that it's not going to move anywhere. I truly love this palette. I'm gonna use the Huda Beauty setting spray for this look. There's a lot of really nice and long wear setting sprays, and this is just one of my favorites. And let's get to the eyes. I'm going to use the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. We're actually going to start with a little bit of eye tape. And let's follow the direction of our waterline and place that right about here. Again, I feel like Mario truly creates perfect bridal products. So we're going to be using his Master Matte, the original palette for this look, and then add some shimmer from another palette. I'm going to start with this shade and just going to start building up my crease. Obviously, I am applying it above my natural crease and then I'm bringing it into the brow. I really, really like the inspo picture, especially the way they did their eyeshadow. So that's kind of like the look I'm trying to achieve. And I'm going to start with this shade and then go kind of like each shade, grab a darker one. So for the next one, I think I'm going to go with this one because I just don't want it to be like too warm. Oh, actually that one was the look. The inspo picture was super warm. So next one, we are going to go into that reddish brown. Yeah, I actually do want it warm. What am I saying? I feel like this was just like me talking to camera and being used to saying, yeah, I don't want things to be too warm. But today I'm actually wanting to lean a little bit warm for this look just because I really, really like how it turned out. These mattes are absolutely seamless. The way they blend themselves is crazy. Yeah, so now I'm gonna go, actually I'm gonna take a smaller brush and go in with this reddish kind of brown. Really, really like this shade. And concentrate this only on the outer portion. And the tape is kind of helping us with that straight, crisp line. Oof. This shade. Are you kidding me? This palette is absolutely perfect for the look I'm trying to achieve. Like, look at that blend. That took me 30 seconds. I'm obsessed. Maybe I will use this on my bride. I did not own this palette when I did the bridal trial, but now I'm like, this palette looks so good. Oh, gorge. I'm gonna add a little bit more of this red brick brown through this portion here. Stunning. And then even a tiny little bit of the black eyeshadow. This one has black, which is also super handy. This is my first time using this palette, by the way. I just trust Mario that much. This is stunning. We do want that smoky liner effect. That's why I'm gradually adding tiny little bits of black and just blending it upwards, but you can see how little I'm adding. This is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Going back with that brick shade, just making sure everything is smoky, smooth, and beautiful. I am obsessed, like actually. All right, let me grab a flat brush and the super, super light matte shade. I love how they brightened the inner portion of the eye, so that's what I'm going to try and achieve. So I'm basically going to like cut the crease with this flat brush without it being like anything extra, like without using concealer or anything for that, just this super, super bright light matte. And I will kind of like create that crisp line here and then basically go like halfway onto the lid. That looks so good. And then we're going to have to use like glitter glue to apply shimmer, honestly, so that it sticks. I adore this. I adore this. This is so pretty. And then make sure that everything is blended through here. And we're gonna grab a brown eyeliner pencil. I always use the same one, Laura Mercier, in the shade, what is this shade? Cocoa. That's the shade. We're gonna tight line and line the waterline as well. And then I'm also going to create like a base for my inner corner ring because I have to, change everything. We're getting somewhere, guys. I'm using the tiniest pencil brush possible and applying that deep reddish brown shade in a very thin line on my lower lash line, ever so slightly, to just set that pencil. I don't want this lower lash line to be like too low or too thick. Just smoky enough. Stunning. All right, should we do a shimmer? I actually picked out this palette that I did test out on my bride, and this shimmer, this is by YSL. It's their 710 palette, and this shimmer is just so gorgeous. Maybe we can use that one. I'll see if it sticks to the lid without any glitter glue. It actually does. It's pretty. I also want to use the Patrick Ta duo, because nobody can stop me, and I have it right here. This is in the shade Talk to My Team, and I just absolutely love these shades. Oh, look at that duochrome. I'm gonna start with that because we want to be extra and just place that. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted. That's exactly what I wanted. These beautiful pearly sparkles, and then the lightest color in the palette I'm gonna place in the very inner portion here. This is stunning. I will also use a brush to re-intensify it. Yep. And this is the sparkle. I absolutely love it. I'm gonna line the lash line using my Too Faced liquid liner if I can find it. Let's get rid of this tape. Look at that sharp edge. We're gonna use YSL Beauty Mascara. If your eyes are hooded or oily or watery, go for the waterproof version. This is our mascara. And then if you take one thing from this video to kind of purchase, let it be this lash, because this is the most perfect, gorgeous, beautiful lash in the whole entire world. Every time I wear this, people ask me in the comments, what lash is it? That's how I figured that, okay, this is the best one. True Beauty lashes in the style Sexy Classy specifically. So this is my pair that I've already been wearing for a while, because you can wear it multiple times, obviously. So it's already trimmed on the outer portion a little bit, but if yours isn't, if it's a new lash, just make sure you take your lash and you trim a little bit on the outer corner, like, I don't know, just a couple clusters, because every lash is typically too big. So we're gonna go for this one. Oh, nope, because there's no makeup on the side. We're gonna go for this one and apply it right here, and I will come back to show you the final look and do the lip combo. And we're almost there. I'm honestly so in love with it so far. I feel like it's such a gorgeous, gorgeous look. All right, team, here's the final bridal makeup look for my 2025 brides, whether you're doing it yourself or somebody else is doing it for you. I absolutely love how glam, but at the same time, really, really classy this look is, in my humble opinion. I love the eyes. I love the lip combo. For the lip combo, I did use the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Medium, as well as my favorite lipstick, Fifth Ave from Laura Mercier, and I topped it off with my new obsession from Vive. This is their Lip Dew Lip Glossy Oil, and this one is in the shade Rosa. I wear it on a daily, and I decided to wear it for this bridal makeup look as well because it's just so good. So let me know what you think about this makeup look. Would you wear it for an event? Would you wear it as a bride? Let me know if you liked this tutorial. I'm gonna leave everything that I used in the description box down below. If you shop through my links, you really help out my channel quite a bit. Thank you so much for doing that. And let me know if you would like this look, but an affordable version, like from the drugstore, because you could totally achieve this gorgeousness using only affordable makeup. I know it myself in my bridal makeup. When I did my own makeup, I probably used most of the stuff was probably affordable. Like I said, I did use the L'Oreal Infallible Foundation and some of the other stuff as well. So let me know if you'd like to see that happen. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.